Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 16th of September 2024. Now the prices of Bitcoin on the global cryptocurrency market marginally pumped up over the weekend, but looks like the prices have been falling down once again. Now look, as I've been saying this for the last few weeks, that the key there that will set the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is the 18th of September, and this is the date when Federal Chair Jerome Powell will be reducing the interest rate. And because of that, guys, few days before that is the 16th and 17th, me personally, I'm expecting a lot of price volatility because this is when notorious traders and the so-called whales, they try to manipulate the market, isn't it? So let's see, guys, if there's some volatility in the cryptocurrency market. Now in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into the global cryptocurrency snapshot. Now since the last few days, guys, there is a lot of news surrounding the oldest cryptocurrency exchange, that is Kraken. And I have two news regarding Kraken, guys. The first one is some drama between Kraken versus Security and Exchange Commission, and Kraken looks like they're rejecting SEC's allegation, and I'll go ahead and discuss what is the document that they have gone ahead and put out. And I do feel, guys, a lot of the drama between SEC versus Binance, SEC versus Ripple will be taken into consideration when the judge go ahead and makes a decision. So I'll definitely go ahead and share information as to what is Kraken arguing, and they are accusing the SEC of overreach. Now look, guys, it's really important to note, at this point of time it is unclear who should be the one regulating Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Should it be the SEC or should it be the CFTC, that is Commodity Future and Trading Commission? Hopefully by the end of elections, guys, we will get a concrete answer. Now in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and discuss all the drama that is going on between Kraken versus SEC. Now the second news, guys, also has to do with Kraken, and this is an unfortunate news all the way from Germany. And looks like Kraken is actually removing Bitcoin Lightning Network for withdrawal. Now look, so far as Lightning Network is concerned, it is probably, if not the most important innovation in the Bitcoin space. Some can even argue, guys, that Lightning Network, not blockchain, is the biggest innovation. But unfortunately, so far as Germany is concerned, Kraken has decided to go ahead and withdraw features. Now there are a lot of technical challenges, guys, when you're implementing Lightning Network. And David Marcus, who is currently the CEO of Lightspark, he has often said that implementing Lightning Network is an absolutely difficult task, and CZ, guys, the former CEO of Binance, has also echoed a similar theme. So we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on Kraken's decision to go ahead and remove Bitcoin Lightning Network in Germany. Now unfortunately for the users, it just means that they won't be able to withdraw funds. Now Lightning Network definitely solves a lot of problems, to be honest, so definitely unfortunate news. Now we do have another unfortunate news all the way from Norway. And looks like, guys, some of the towns in Norway, they definitely don't like Bitcoin mining, and they have often complained regarding the extreme noise that Bitcoin mining industry makes as well. So I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. Now the final news, guys, I'll talk about is regarding MicroStrategy, and looks like Michael Saylor, because he's a multi-billionaire, is in a position to go ahead and acquire more Bitcoin, isn't it? And now MicroStrategy, they have acquired $1.11 billion worth of Bitcoin, and at this point of time, guys, their Bitcoin holdings is valued over $15 billion. Now look, as me personally, I'm not a fan of Michael Saylor at all, because when you talk about Bitcoin, guys, according to me, Bitcoin is people's money, and the definition is peer-to-peer electronic cash system, isn't it? I'm thinking about how easy it is for people, let's say in Zimbabwe, Bangladesh, or an average citizen in India to go out and buy these. Unfortunately, because of the high prices, they definitely can't go out and do that, isn't it? Now, at no point of time, guys, I'm saying that Michael Saylor cannot do what he's doing. He's a multi-billionaire, and he definitely has every right to go out and do that. But unfortunately, guys, so far as Bitcoin is concerned, right now it is just a play for multi-billionaires, celebrities, early adopters and influencers, isn't it? That is my honest thought. So quite a lot to cover, guys, in today's episode. And like we do in every Crypto and Coffee a Day podcast, we will be looking at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news, guys, is a massive one, and Dubai is launching AI security policy. And last week, guys, there was Dubai AI and Web3 Summit, isn't it? So a lot of developments have been taking place. So I'll go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Now the second news has to do with the Emirate of Abu Dhabi and Fin Street, guys. They have secured key license in Abu Dhabi, and they want to launch blockchain-powered ecosystem. So I'll go ahead and share more information regarding this. So quite a lot to cover, guys, in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the Blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well. And Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously. And they're focusing on 3 P's. That is people, planet, and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing, and hosting training workshops, seminars, and community events that educate, inform, and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, are you ready to unleash the wolf within, guys? Now listen, guys, if you're passionate about adventure, looking to escape the summer heat, Wolfpack Adventures, they have got precisely something for you. They invited the Snake Canyon Adventure in Valiat, Oman, which is taking place on the 21st and 22nd of this month. Now this is not going to be an ordinary event, guys. This thrilling 2-day adventure does involve a 1-night canoeing experience, and it is designed for adventures of all levels, from beginners to seasoned explorers as well. Now mind you, guys, there are only 20 spots available now, and this is an exclusive adventure event you don't want to miss. And all of this is only for 650 dirhams. Now listen, guys, you need to hurry on this because the deadline to register is on the 17th of September. Now if you do want to learn more, guys, in the show notes below there is a WhatsApp group, so definitely feel free to sign up and definitely go to the itinerary as well. Now look, guys, this event is an absolutely massive one, and Wolfpack Adventures, guys, they're kind of like the OGs of fast hiking and adventures concerned. You definitely don't want to miss this. So unleash the wolf within and let's make this September one to remember. And hopefully, guys, you participate in this event and many more events by them. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs, and these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger,
a company headquartered in Paris, France, and Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers two hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below.
Now guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now it's really important to note guys that I'm looking at these numbers in the early hours of Dubai, and technically it is still Sunday in most of the Western countries. Now it could be possible by the time you're listening to the episode, there will be a lot of extreme volatility in the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and the numbers most likely will drastically change as well. But as of now, the global cryptocurrency market is at $2.09 trillion, and since the last 24 hours, it is down by 0.35%. Now unfortunately guys, I really am not liking the market volume. It is only at $38.15 billion, and since the last 24 hours, it is actually down by 21.56%. Now the interesting metric is regarding DeFi guys, because from a percentage point of view, it is accounting for 7.33%. Unfortunately, if you look at it in terms of dollar amount, the volume in DeFi once again is ridiculously less, well below the $3 billion mark. It is only at $2.79 billion, and if you look at the total value locked guys, it is only at $82.09 billion, and Lido is still dominating so far as total value locked is concerned at $23.43 billion. Now one metric guys, which is one of my favorites, unfortunately it has not been looking good for the last 6 weeks, and that is the decentralized to centralized exchange dominance. Now look guys, when the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are on a downtrend, this is the time people should be using a lot of decentralized exchanges in it. Unfortunately, the world is not ready for decentralized exchange, and if you look at it from a percentage point of view, since the last 6 weeks the number has definitely not been great, and today it is only at 11.47%. Ideally speaking guys, I'd really like to see this number above the 40% mark. This would mean that the world is ready for decentralized exchanges. Now it's really important to note guys, a lot of centralized exchange also tend to use decentralized exchange, and I wouldn't be surprised over 80% of this volume is actually constituted by centralized exchange. So these are things you need to be aware of as well. Now what I'd really recommend you to do is guys, all of this data is available via defiloma.com, and they do go into our explanation as to how it is calculated as well. And since the last 24 hours, the volume of decentralized exchange is not that great too. So let me just run through the volume of the top 5 decentralized exchanges, because the volume of Uniswap is below the $1 billion mark. It is at $987.61 million. PancakeSwap guys is at number 2nd. Its volume is below the $200 billion mark. It is only at $198.07 million. Radium is at number 3rd. Its volume is $157.59 million. Aerodrome guys is at number 4th. Its volume is $133.33 million. And finally, Orca is at number 5th. Its volume is $130.14 million. Now look guys, if there is extreme price volatility in the next few days, I'm definitely hoping these numbers should probably double of what it is right now. Let's see guys if that thing does actually happen. Now what I want to do is, I just quickly want to run through the volume of stable coins, and unfortunately guys, I'm definitely not liking this number, because the volume of all stable coins is well below the $40 billion mark. It is only at $33.97 billion, and I keep saying this often guys, one metric we need to be looking at is the volume of stable coins compared with the 24-hour trading volume, and then look at the volume of decentralized exchanges, and that gives us some idea as to which direction the prices would be heading towards. Unfortunately guys, the volume is only at $33.97 billion, and what is really important to note, that stablecoins is accounting for 89.04% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now it's needless to say, Tether USDT is leading the pack, and its 24-hour volume is $28.27 billion. Circle USDC guys is at number 2nd. Its volume is $2.57 billion. And FDUSD guys is at number 3rd. Its volume is $1.96 billion. Now had this number been almost double or maybe triple of what it is, I could confidently state that in the next coming days, the prices would be pumping up. And guys, in just a matter of 48 hours, Jerome Powell will be reducing the interest rate hike as well, isn't it? So I'm really curious to check, guys, if this number would raise by maybe 3 times, maybe even 4 times after the announcement. Now what I want to do is, I quickly want to run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now if we look at Bitcoin's market cap, guys, it is only at $1.18 trillion. So since the last 4 days, there is not much activity going on so far as the market cap is concerned. Ethereum's market cap has marginally bumped up, but it is still below the $300 billion mark. It is only at $286 billion. Now so far as the 24-hour trading volume is concerned, guys, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $14.04 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is on single digits. It is only at $7.54 billion. Now if you look at the dominance of Bitcoin, guys, Bitcoin's dominance is actually bumped up, and today it is at 56.67%. Now what is a bit bizarre, guys, is that the dominance of Ethereum has been going down, and I do feel, guys, that Solana is one of the reasons why the dominance of Ethereum has been going down, because looks like there is a lot of activity taking place in Solana blockchain, isn't it? Now look, guys, I do feel that Solana is an extremely centralized project, but so far as the numbers are concerned, they're definitely making quite a lot of news in my opinion. Now what I want to do this week, guys, is I want to run through some metrics regarding decentralized apps that are working on all different blockchain protocol. Now in today's episode, guys, I will be looking at the fiat value of incoming token transfers from unique active wallets to decentralized app smart contract over a period of time. Now it's really important to note, guys, this is the value in terms of dollar amount, and it is the value of incoming token transfers, and this number most likely includes the total value locked, the transaction fees, and quite a lot of other. Now it's no surprise, guys, that so far as decentralized apps is concerned, Uniswap version 3 is leading the pack, and in terms of dollar amount, it is at $2.33 billion. Now look, guys, this is completely different to the numbers that I mentioned earlier. The numbers that I mentioned earlier is more of a 24-hour volume, but this matrix look at quite a lot of other things as well. It takes into consideration the total value locked and quite a lot of other things. And the second one, guys, is Balancer. In terms of dollar amount, it is $719.08 million. The third one is PancakeSwap version 2. In terms of dollar amount, it is $414.01 million. And the fourth one, guys, is Uniswap version 2. In terms of dollar amount, it is $286.08 million. And at number 5, guys, is a really unique one, Hold Station D Futures. In terms of dollar amount, it is $212.78 million. Now look, guys, what I'd really recommend you to do is go to dapradar.com, and the best way to look at these numbers is to compare it with different metrics. So when you're talking about volume, guys, it does make a lot of sense to actually go ahead and compare it with the unique active wallets that are interacting or performing transaction with decentralized app smart contract over a period of time. Now look, guys, if you look at Hold Station D Futures, the volume is $212.78 million, but if you look at the wallet interactions, it is only at 179, which just means, guys, there might be only 179 people using it, or there might be 100 smart contracts, and in the smart contracts, there might be even much lesser people using it. Now, if you look at it in terms of Uniswap version 3, guys, the volume is $2.33 billion, but if you look at it in terms of unique active wallets, then the number is $497,000. Now, as a matter of fact, guys, what I'm going to be doing in tomorrow's episode, I will be looking at only unique active wallets that are interacting or performing transaction with decentralized app smart contract over a period of time. And last week, guys, I talked about Radium. Looks like so far as the interaction is concerned, Radium is leading the pack by a really long margin, and Radium only works in Solana, isn't it? And this number definitely merges up with what I mentioned earlier, because since the last few weeks, guys, Ethereum's dominance has been going down, but Solana's dominance looks like it is pumping up, isn't it? So look, guys, looks like a lot of activity is actually taking place in Radium. Now, if you're someone who uses Radium on a daily basis, definitely let me know what the user experience is, because so far as the numbers are concerned, looks like they're definitely making quite a lot of news. Now, could it be possible, guys, over the next few years, Solana turns out to be the Ethereum killer? I definitely don't think so, but a lot of Solana fanboys will definitely be talking about that, isn't it? Now, guys, let's look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. Now, the prices of Bitcoin, guys, did actually cross the $60,000 mark, but it has actually gone down. And right now, when I'm looking at it via CoinMarketCap, it is at $59,929. Now, because there's going to be a lot of volatility, guys, I'm pretty much sure by the time you're listening to the episode, this number would be completely different. And right now, if you look at the fear and greed index, it is at 38 and looks like the market is still in fear. Now, since the last 24 hours though, the price of Bitcoin is marginally pumped up by 0.29%, but since the last 7 days, it is up by 10.29%. Ethereum, guys, unfortunately is hovering around the $2,300 mark. It is only at $2,366, and since the last 24 hours, it is down by 1.53%, but since the last 7 days, it is up by 3.89%. Binance BNB Coin, guys, is well below the $600 mark. It is only at $556, and since the last 24 hours, it is up by 0.94%, and since the last 7 days, it is up by 12.01%. Now look, guys, right now in the cryptocurrency world, there's a lot of drama going on with one of the oldest cryptocurrency exchange, that is Kraken. So what I want to do is, I want to go ahead and discuss the first news, because looks like Kraken, guys, they are having a legal clash with SEC that did actually began going back to 2018, and the Securities and Exchange Commission, guys, did actually accuse Kraken of operating as an unregistered exchange, broker, dealer, and clearing agency as well. And in February of 2023, guys, Kraken did pay a fee of $30 million fine and stop its taking services as well. But what did actually happen last week, guys? Kraken filed a motion to dismiss the case, arguing that the digital assets are securities, and they are actually accusing SEC of the overreach. Now, at this point of time, guys, it is unclear. So far as cryptocurrency is concerned, who should be the governing body? Should it be the SEC or should it be the CFTC? Now, look, guys, with US elections coming up, I'm pretty much sure we will get a clear direction if President Donald Trump is elected, because he's openly said the day he's elected, he's going to fire Gary Gensler, isn't it? Because Kraken, guys, they are clearly denying that SEC's allegation that it operated as an unregistered security exchange, broker, dealer, clearing agency, and Kraken actually asserts that the digital assets traded on its platform are not securities or investment under contract under the US law, and Kraken is emphasizing that it has operated openly since its founding in 2011, and only recently did the SEC start claiming that Kraken's activity were in violation of security laws. And Kraken, guys, also further argues that the digital assets themselves do not carry the rights or obligations of traditional financial securities, such as stocks or bonds. Additionally, guys, Kraken also challenges SEC's definition of crypto asset securities, rejecting the idea that these assets fall under the SEC jurisdiction. Now, in the show notes below, guys, I do have the official filing that they have submitted, and based on the document, guys, Kraken is highlighting its efforts to engage with regulators, and they are actually claiming that SEC has been unclear in its requirement for digital asset platform, and based on the documentation, Kraken denies all key allegations, including that its platform facilitated illegal security transactions, maintaining poor record keeping, or mishandling customer funds as well. Now, what I want to do is, guys, I just want to quickly run through the timeline, because that would give us a clear idea as to what is going on regarding Kraken versus SEC, isn't it? And since the last few years, guys, SEC has been having ongoing drama with Ripple, ongoing drama with Binance, ongoing drama with Coinbase as well. And I'm pretty much sure, guys, all those topics from those things will be taken into consideration when Kraken argues his case with SEC, isn't it? Now, regarding Kraken, guys, in September of 2018, according to the SEC, Kraken started unlawfully operating as an unregistered security exchange, broker, dealer, and clearing agency from this point onwards. Now, in February of 2023, Kraken agreed to stop offering crypto asset services, and they did pay a fine of $30 million civil penalty to the SEC. And Kraken, guys, definitely stopped offering staking as a service as well. And a lot of people thought, guys, that Kraken is bending the knee to SEC, isn't it? And if I'm not mistaken, around that time, Kraken did actually go and withdraw some of their services in Europe as well, because that was the time when MiCA regulations were picking up. Now, what happened on 10th of May 2023, guys, Kraken testified before the House Financial Services and Agricultural Community, and Kraken actually argued that the current laws are inadequate for digital asset industry and suggests that Congress should limit the SEC jurisdiction over crypto. And this is the whole drama, isn't it? Should it be the SEC or should it be the CFTC? Unfortunately, guys, we don't have any clarity at this point of time. And what happened, guys, the following day, that is 11th of May 2023, the day after Kraken's testimony, the Securities Exchange Commission informed Kraken of its intent to sue for operating as an unregistered security exchange, And on November of 20th, 2023, guys, the SEC did actually file against Kraken, and the SEC officially charged Kraken, that is PayPal Inc. and PayPal Ventures Inc., with operating as an unregistered security exchange, broker, dealer and clearing agency. And this complaint, guys, did actually release that Kraken did actually fail to register deprived investors of significant protection. And in 13th of September 2024, guys, in a court filing covered by CoinDesk, Kraken demanded a jury trial to defend against Security and Exchange Commission allegation, and Kraken did actually reiterate that it has not engaged in illegal conduct and presented 18 defenses against the charges, and it did actually argue the Security and Exchange Commission acted without due process, claiming digital assets are not securities under existing laws. And Kraken, guys, are actually accusing the SEC of regulatory overreach and suggest that the agency's actions are in violation of First Amendment rights. Now look, guys, it is really important to note that so far as Kraken's former CEO is concerned and the founder, he has heavily donated to President Donald Trump. And look, so far Security and Exchange Commission is concerned, they are left-leaning, isn't it? Because Joe Biden is the one who has actually appointed Gary Gensler. Now, knowing the notorious history of left-leaning politicians, I definitely do think this is a political move. Now, regarding this entire case, guys, there will be some more updates in the month of October, and a California judge, which is another extreme left-leaning state, has ruled that the SEC's lawsuit against Kraken will proceed to trial, and Kraken did actually reaffirm his defense, denying it violated federal security laws, and is currently challenging the SEC's jurisdiction. Now look, guys, so far as this case is concerned, I'm definitely on the side of Kraken, because looks like this is definitely a political move, isn't it? Because this entire drama started, guys, only when President Donald Trump was elected. Prior to that, Kraken has been operating since 2011, and looks like SEC were completely silent about it. Now look, guys, so far as politics and politicians are concerned, I have often said this, left-leaning administration and left-leaning ideologies, they are definitely not in favor of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and lately they are definitely using the legal procedures against the political opponents, isn't it? And clearly this is exactly what they are doing as well. Now regarding Kraken, guys, we do have an interesting development all the way from Germany, and Kraken has actually disabled Bitcoin Lightning Network withdrawals for customers who are in Germany this week, and this was due to regulatory concerns. Now what's really important to note, guys, that Kraken quietly removed the lnbc prefix for German customers, confirming the end of Lightning withdrawals without issuing an official statement. Now the official statement, guys, is in the show notes below, but they have mentioned it is more due to regulatory hurdles. I strongly feel, guys, the reason why they have done this is more because of technical challenges that are associated with Lightning Network. And look, guys, so far as Lightning Network is concerned, I do have a standalone episode explaining what Lightning Network is, so what I'd really recommend you to do is go ahead and listen to the entire episode. Now there's often this saying, guys, that Lightning Network, not blockchain, should be the narrative, but some of the detractors of Bitcoin Core, they often say that Lightning Network is lightning years away from mainstream adoption, and I kind of have to agree to it, guys, because implementing Lightning Network is an absolute challenge, and even if things goes perfectly fine, guys, I do think it will take at least 2 decades for mainstream adoption of Lightning Network. Now look, guys, on a side note, so far as Metaverse is concerned, I do feel that Lightning Network could be implemented in Metaverse protocols. That is a completely different area to look into, isn't it? Now let's go and discuss some news all the way from Norway, guys. And in a town called Hadsel, the mayor told NRK that the noise from Bitcoin mining center was disturbing residents, and the mine, which was closed the week of September 9th, accounted for 20% of local electricity provider Norton's revenue. Now here's the interesting thing, guys. The residents of Norway were initially happy with its closure, but now, guys, what's going to happen is the electricity bills will now rise to cover the lost income. Now, so far the data center is concerned, the data center consumed about 80 gigawatts of electricity annually, equivalent to the yearly usage of around 3,200 households. Now look, guys, this is a really tricky situation, isn't it? Because when you talk about the noise, no one avoids noise and pollutions, but when you talk about the cost, guys, this is an area which I do think that Bitcoin maximalists would be talking about, that if Bitcoin mining industry would actually continue in this town, the residents of that town would be benefited. So I do feel, guys, it depends on the individual and that particular town to go ahead and make a conscious decision, isn't it? Now me personally, guys, I would definitely not want to have any noise, despite Bitcoin mining industry offering really good benefits so far security is concerned. Now look, guys, there is a very high possibility that you're a Bitcoin maximalist, and you will be okay with that noise. So I do think that this is an individual preference, isn't it? Now regarding this news, guys, it's really important to note that in September of 2022, the residents of Scotland also complained about the noise from local Bitcoin mining operations. Definitely unfortunate news, I guess. Now the best news, guys, is that United Arab Emirates, they are planning to have Bitcoin mining operations. They are planning to do it underground, and there is Cypher Capital and one of the companies, that is Phoenix Group, they are planning to work on something similar. But truth be told, guys, I haven't heard about this news for almost 2 years now. So let's see if that news does turn into fruition. Now Oman lately, guys, they've been having quite a lot of Bitcoin related news, isn't it? And Salalah is an area where a lot of Bitcoin mining operations are currently working place as well. And President Donald Trump, guys, he clearly said at the Bitcoin Nashville conference that as President of the United States of America, he will definitely offer the Bitcoin miners some kind of subsidy, and that would act as a motivation to continue the operation. So let's see, guys, how this narrative plays out with the US elections coming up. Now, guys, let's go and discuss news regarding MicroStrategy, which is a $1 billion company, isn't it? And they have acquired 18,300 Bitcoin, and they did that for $1.11 billion at the price of $60,408 per Bitcoin. And according to the tweet by Michael Saylor, they have achieved a Bitcoin yield of 4.4% quarter to date and 17% year to date. And as of 12th of September, guys, they hodled 244,800 Bitcoin, which was acquired for $9.4 billion at a price tag of $38,585 per Bitcoin. Now the official link, guys, by Michael Saylor is via Twitter or X, and he did go ahead and put out an official blog, and that is in the show notes below. And at this point of time, guys, MicroStrategy's Bitcoin holdings are now valued at over $15 billion, significantly boosting shareholder value and driving a surge in the company's stock prices. Now look, guys, Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy, they definitely have every right to do what they're doing, but when Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin, guys, he wanted it to be a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, isn't it? Unfortunately, guys, right now, when you talk about Bitcoin, it is a thing that can be heavily manipulated by trillion-dollar companies like BlackRock, Vanguard, Franklin Templeton, and billion-dollar companies like MicroStrategy. And look, guys, these companies definitely have every right to do that. But what I really am not liking, guys, is when you talk about Bitcoin, guys, we are talking it about being people's money, isn't it? Unfortunately, guys, I hate saying this. Right now, when you talk about Bitcoin, it is only the play for billionaires. It is only the play for trillion-dollar companies, multi-billion-dollar companies, early adopters, celebrities, and influencers, isn't it? Definitely unfortunate news. I really am not sure if Satoshi Nakamoto would be liking this, to be honest. So these were the news, guys, from the cryptocurrency and blockchain world. Now let's look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. And last week, guys, there was Dubai AI and Web3 Festival, and a lot of partnership news will be coming out in the next coming days. Now in today's episode, I want to go ahead and discuss Dubai AI security policy and the Dubai Electricity Security Center, guys. They launched the Dubai AI security policy during the inaugural Dubai AI and Web3 Festival 2024, and the event, guys, was actually taking place at Medina Jumeirah between the 11th and 12th of this month, and the DESC served as the official cybersecurity partner for the event. And the policy, guys, aims to build confidence in AI technologies and mitigate security risks, and it is part of UAE's strategy to be a global leader in AI by 2031 under the National AI Strategy. And Yusuf Al-Shaibini, the CEO of the DESC, has emphasized UAE's leadership vision of AI adoption in key sectors, and the policy, guys, is aligned with Dubai's plan to accelerate AI application across vital sectors, and it supports Dubai Economic Agenda D33, aiming to double Dubai's economic and rank among the top 3 global economic cities. And the AI security policy, guys, is a milestone towards enhancing the quality of life in Dubai through AI integration, and the policy also strengthens Dubai's roadmap for AI development under the directors of His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum and Amir Sharaf, the CEO of Cybersecurity Systems and Services of the ESC, said the policy adds to DSC's innovative projects for Safe Cybersafe, and it reinforces Dubai's infrastructure and global leadership in cybersecurity. And the policy, guys, boosts trust in AI technologies and protects from cyber threats, and it aims to foster cooperation between public and private sectors in AI, and the initiative helps AI investments in Dubai, furthering its position as a global AI hub. And the event attracted over 5,000 business leaders, 500 investors, and 100 exhibitors from 100 countries, and the focus of the event was AI, Web3 and digital economy's latest developments. And this initiative, guys, aligns with Dubai's efforts to stimulate economic growth and build a secure, sustainable future through innovation. Definitely positive news, and I'm pretty much sure, guys, over the next coming days, we might be seeing quite a lot of partnership news because of the Dubai and Web3 Festival. Definitely brilliant stuff. Now, guys, let's go and discuss second news, and this is from the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. And FinStreet, guys, they have secured key license in Abu Dhabi to launch blockchain-powered ecosystem. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Because look, as far as the Emirate of Abu Dhabi is concerned, they have been making quite a lot of news, not just in AI, but in blockchain-related and cryptocurrency-related licenses as well. And so far as FinStreet is concerned, they are a subsidiary of Rolex Holdings, and they have secured 8 key licenses in Abu Dhabi via ADGM to launch a blockchain-powered financial ecosystem. Now, this license, guys, will enable FinStreet to introduce a multilateral trading facility, also called as MTF, a central securities depository, and a private financial platform. And this initiative, guys, aims to leverage Abu Dhabi's status as a global financial hub and the ADGM's regulatory framework as well. And FinStreet subsidiaries will be the first globally regulated entities to offer hybrid ecosystem, merging traditional finance with blockchain technology. And the platform will manage the complete life cycle of financial assets, from origination and issuance to trading, settlement and custody as well. And FinStreet Global Market Limited will operate as an MTF, focusing on secondary trading of security listed on other exchanges. And future plans include covering a wide range of assets, including commodities, aligning with UAE's safer strategy. And the hybrid ecosystem, guys, aims to offer seamless transactions, benefiting from blockchain's transparency and traditional financial reliability. And the licenses and the FSP granted by Financial Services Regulatory Authority align with UAE's goal of fostering technological advancements in global trade inclusivity. And Dr. Thani bin Ahmad Al Zayudi emphasized the UAE's innovation in the financial sector, highlighting FinStreet's role in international trade and capital markets. And the platform, guys, aligns with UAE's objective of economic diversification and innovation, strengthening the country's global financial leadership, isn't it? And Abu Dhabi Global Market Chairman, that is Zaman Jasib Al-Zabi, has praised FinStreet's efforts, reinforcing Abu Dhabi's status as a global financial hub. And FinStreet's regulated digital market for trading public and private securities within ADGM will contribute to economic growth and global financial connectivity. And Abu Dhabi Global Markets regulatory environment, guys, is based on English common law, offers a solid foundation for financial innovation and secure, transparent capital market. And FinStreet's platform, guys, will help global financial market participants achieve capital raising ambitions and support UAE's firm's growth. And the platform blends the security of blockchain with traditional financial mechanism, offering a transparent and secure trading environment. And FinStreet's Abu Dhabi launch is seen as a key development in the evolution of global financial markets, and I'm pretty much sure it contributes to UAE's economic diversification and global financial innovation, isn't it? So definitely positive news. So these were the newscasts on the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Cliff who asks, how do you think local regulations like those in Germany will affect the future of Bitcoin Lightning Network adoption globally? Now this, to be honest, is such a general question, Cliff. So let me try to see if I have best answer to this. Now, so far as regulations are concerned, I've always said this, so far as Bitcoin and so far as Lightning Network is concerned, the best thing a country can do is just leave the regulations completely out of it. And a lot of Bitcoin maximalists would actually agree that the growth of Bitcoin and Lightning Network in particular should be completely organic. But look, so far as the regulatory concerns in Germany is concerned, it has actually led to Kraken disabling Bitcoin Lightning Network withdrawals, and I do feel this could actually set a precedent for other jurisdictions, especially in Europe, because right now in Europe there's weaker regulations, isn't it? And I do feel, Cliff, if more regulators take issue with decentralized nature of Lightning Network or its anonymous use of potential microtransactions, we could actually see a ripple effect where other countries follow a similar pursuit with strict oversight. Now, at this point of time, I really am not sure if United Arab Emirates is looking into, but look, so far as UAE is concerned, we definitely cannot go and promote privacy coins, so things like Monero is definitely not available in most of the cryptocurrency exchanges in UAE. Now, regarding your question, Cliff, I do feel that this might actually slow Lightning Network's adoption in the short term, but as I mentioned earlier, Lightning Network is still lighting years away from mainstream adoption. However, I do feel that global adoption could actually strive in regions where regulations are more crypto-friendly, particularly in countries pushing innovation and blockchain. Now, I did that based on UAE. Unfortunately, with privacy coins, United Arab Emirates are definitely not proactive as in it. Now, it is also possible that clear regulatory frameworks could actually emerge over time, encouraging Lightning Network integration by offering more guidance and compliance. And if countries like US or major Asian countries adopt a more lenient stance, they could actually fuel Lightning Network growth, compensating for the regulatory pushback that you've received in Germany and other countries, isn't it? So look, Cliff, I do feel that local regulations may create temporary friction, but global demand for faster, cheaper Bitcoin transactions will likely drive long-term success of the Lightning Network. Now, so far as the IMF, that is International Monetary Fund, is concerned, they are definitely not fans of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. But that thing being said, I believe it was the IMF or the World Bank, they did actually invite Jack Mallers to go out and discuss the benefits of implementing Lightning Network. Now, really, I'm not sure. So far, central bank digital currencies, which IMF and World Bank keep harping about, are they implementing technologies that are connected to Lightning Network? Based on my understanding, it doesn't matter if they're using Lightning Network or not, because central banks definitely have more control over our spendings, isn't it? So it's going to be really interesting to see if you do get any unfortunate news regarding other jurisdictions implementing a similar procedure regarding Lightning Network. So we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. But a definitely really important question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto with Coffee podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East, from the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and now artificial intelligence world as well. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.